Stablecoins are digital tokens used for payments. They are typically backed one-to-one with reserves. They could be cash or other treasuries. Deposit tokens, on the other hand, those are actual digital deposits that live inside the banking system. So those are on the bank's ledger. They are FDIC insured. And so those are the big differences between the two.
And so with a tokenized deposit, if I was banking with Vantage, I have a checking account with you and I put $100 into that checking account. You would represent that $100 with $100 worth of tokenized deposits, and you could then move those tokenized deposits, settle at the end of the day, and sort of balance out my actual USD. Is that how it works?
Actually, the funds are your actual dollars. It's your actual deposit. So when you deposit $100 into a tokenized deposit account, your money, it's recorded on a distributed ledger. And so it becomes just deposit token that can be moved and programmed in any kind of way. There isn't a settlement or there isn't a separate ledger where there's a reconciliation to convert it. It becomes in itself a token based off the type of account and distributed ledger.
Interesting. So it has its own ledger instead of being on the sort of traditional US dollar ledger that a bank would hold. Right. It's on this tokenized deposit ledger, and you're still holding that $100, and that's FDIC insured. And so as a consumer, do I need to be saying, hey, Vantage Bank, I want this as tokenized deposits?
Today, what we would do is, yes, we would set up a tokenized deposit account for you so that you can transact and move that money. But in the future, I can see where all deposits at community banks, at banks across the country, will inherently have this tokenized characteristic, because who wouldn't want to be able to have their deposits, their money, be able to be programmed and moved really 24/7 to make payments?
It occurs to me that actually a good way to think about this is just that tokenized deposits are your deposits on a much more modern ledger. So instead of having to settle every evening via a CSV with your core, it's just a real-time ledger.
Exactly right. That's the key distinction. So deposit tokens live within the current banking regulations, within your current frameworks that you have inside your bank. And so there isn't an additional responsibility or requirements on the accounting side, on the ledger side, on compliance. This all lives within that same regulatory framework and the same controls that you have in today.